Once upon a time, in a remote village nestled between two towering mountains, there lived a young boy named Kale. The villagers whispered that these mountains were enchanted and guarded by a mysterious force. No one dared to venture beyond their base, for it was said that a curse lay upon those who tried. Kale, however, had always been curious about what lay beyond. He wasn't like the other villagers. While they spent their days farming and crafting, Kale spent his time staring up at the peaks, wondering about the unknown. He had dreams of soaring over the mountains and discovering lands that no one had ever seen. One evening, as the sky blazed with the colors of a dying sunset, an old traveler came to the village. He was bent with age, his face hidden beneath a hood, but his eyes gleamed with secrets. Kale was drawn to him and asked, "Have you been beyond the mountains?" The traveler smiled, revealing teeth as sharp as stones. "Beyond the mountains lies a world where the sky touches the earth, and the rivers speak in whispers," he said. "But the path is not for the faint-hearted." The old man then handed Kale a strange, glowing stone. "This will guide you," he said. "But beware, the mountains test all who try to cross. They will reveal your deepest fears and your darkest desires." Kale's heart pounded. He knew this was the opportunity he had been waiting for. That night, under the cover of darkness, he set off toward the mountains. As he climbed higher, strange things began to happen. The wind howled in his ears, whispering his name. Shadows danced in the corners of his vision. At one point, he thought he saw his reflection in a stream, but it was not him, it was a version of himself older, wiser, and colder. Days passed, and Kale grew weary. The mountains seemed to stretch endlessly. The glowing stone offered some comfort, but each time it dimmed, he felt a surge of doubt. Was this journey even worth it? One day, as he reached the highest peak, a voice spoke from the air, neither male nor female but echoing like thunder. "Why do you seek what lies beyond? Is your life not enough?" Kale stood tall, despite his exhaustion. "I seek the unknown because it is what calls me. To live without knowing what lies ahead is to live without purpose." The mountains rumbled, and the ground beneath Kale shook. Suddenly, the fog that had enveloped him for days lifted, revealing a vast and breathtaking land stretching beyond the horizon, a world untouched by human hands, where creatures of legend roamed and the air sparkled with magic. The voice spoke again, softer now. "Few have made it this far, Kale. You have passed the test. This land is yours to explore, but remember, the greatest discoveries are not what lie before your eyes, but what you find within yourself." Kale smiled and took his first step into the unknown, feeling a sense of peace wash over him. He had crossed the mountains, but more importantly, he had discovered the courage that had always been inside him. And so, Kale's journey began, not as a quest for lands or treasures, but as a journey of self-discovery, a story that would be told for generations to come.